Hello everyone and welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I am working on a whip or a work in progress. I am still working on my patchwork poetry. I've already got my pieces pinned together here. I've been working on this for a good bit today. So this is our Whip It Wednesday. I just want you to come along with me. Let's chit chat and sew. And it looks like I'm going to have to unpin and repin this one here. Looks like I'm a little off. I need to make sure that my seams are nesting here on this piece. So guys, this is kind of like a little update, a little health update and everything. I do appreciate everyone for your get well soons, and I am getting better. Today when I went to the doctor, I was told that the pneumonia is gone, so hallelujah. I'm getting better. But I do still have bronchitis. So I still have to take it easy for that. I'm still having a little breathing problems, but you know that I'm just still having to take it easy. So I'm getting well, getting better. I'm just trying to not get sedentary, because I do know from past experience, when I do that, it will go right back to pneumonia. So, and we don't want that. Definitely do not want that. But I want to thank everyone for their well wishes and their thoughts and prayers. I do appreciate it more than you probably realize. So that is pretty much, and I do have another update on my son. We thought he was coming in today, and he's still not in. There's really no news. I don't have anything to say about it. There's no update, no news. So it is what it is. And, you know, we will just keeping our fingers crossed and, you know, hoping for the best. But as of right now, no word of when he will be coming in. We thought he would be coming in today, but as far as we know, he is still overseas. So I'm just going to chit chat with you guys, since I'm really not releasing a pattern name or anything. I will just tell you what this is that I'm working on is. It's a sew-along called Patchwork Poetry. It is with Christen with I See Stars Quilting. I have her information down in my description if you'd like to see. She does classes. She's a YouTuber also. She has tutorials and things that she does put out. This is the second quilt I've done. Well, actually the third quilt I've done with Christen. My Brave Challenge quilt I did with Christen. And this information is for those that are kind of new here and maybe don't know this. Those of you that have been here a little while probably will know this information, but somebody new won't know this. But anyway, the Brave sew along that we did last year was with Christen. And then I did a Starly quilt for the quilt retreat. And y'all probably remember, if you're not new, you've heard me say Starly so many times, you're probably sick of hearing it. I didn't think I was ever going to get that quilt done. But it is currently at the long arms. Oh goodness, looks like I broke my thread. Well, let's see if I can find my thread here. And y'all, sometimes this happens if I get too close to the, I know y'all see me messing here. My mic thing keeps catching on my table, so I need to move it to the side. If I get a little too close to a needle, sometime, or a, let me, I keep hitting the wrong thing. There we go. I needed to get my presser foot all the way up for it to release those tension plates. And let's thread that. But anyway, sometimes if I get too close to a pin, it will do that. And it looks like it did that. But so I did this Starly for the quilt retreat, and now I'm doing Patchwork Poetry, which is a Taylor Swift inspired quilt. You know, sew along. You don't have to be a Swiftie to do it. You know, just be inspired by something good. So right now what I'm working on is my 5th block. This pattern that I'm doing has 6 separate blocks. They all start out as half square triangle. Well, all but one. The first one is background. That's all it is background. So that'll be one of my blocks or squares that I use. But 5 of the blocks start out as half square triangles. So I have a lot of half square triangles to do, and then they go into quarter square triangles. And then you go to a 2-colored quarter square triangle, and now I'm doing a 3-colored quarter square triangle. So I have like a background and then 3 separate colors. Now, these right here, they are all turning out to where they have 2 of the same color in them. That was not intentional, but I'm not undoing them. They are what they are, and I'm not changing them because I'm not doing it. And I will tell you, all my stuff don't match up. And I don't worry about it. And the reason I don't worry about it is because I will be trimming these down when I am done. But when I trim these down, they'll be the right size and everything. As long as I don't cut points off. And what I do when I trim, I will show you how I do that. You may not see a close-up of it, but I will show you how I do it and what I use to do my trimming. Now I do have to cut these, and I will have to press them, but this is what I'm doing. I'm sewing all of these on. I've got them marked 1/4 of an inch on each side of the center line, And once I get these sewed on both 1/4 inch from the center, what I'll do then is cut them in half and then press them. And I know I'm cutting each and every one off instead of sewing them. And I will tell you, the continuous sew, it seems to actually hinder me because all that other fabric just gets in my way. So I've just decided to do it like this. I'm trying to use my automatic thread cutter here, which I am going to have to take it in and have that looked at because it's not working right. I'm going to need to readjust this one here just a little bit. If I see that the fabrics are too far off and not centered with one another, I will undo it and redo it there. So I hope everyone is doing well and getting a lot of sewing in. Cut me on and let me play and just chit chat with me while we're sewing. One day I am going to have to do a live so we can actually chit chat with one another. That would be pretty fun to do, I think. If y'all would be interested in me doing a live, let me know. And just let me know a good time to do a live. The only day that I know that I cannot do a live is Sunday. I won't work on Sunday. The only time I do anything on Sunday is Sunday night. And I will do an update. Those are normally, about 20 minutes. In and out and we're done kind of things. But yeah, I don't like to take too much of my time on Sundays, and because I don't really sew on Sundays. That day is reserved for my family. Because I sew just about every other day of the week. So but yeah, let me know. I mean, I guess I could on a Sunday night. I don't prefer to do it on a Sunday night, because to me that's when everybody is with family. But I know sometimes my husband's not in on Sundays, and I mean, if necessary, if that's when y'all would like to have a live, I guess I could try to do one. I won't do a live on Saturday either, because there are so many people doing lives on Saturday. But maybe we could just come together and sew together and chit chat. But anyway, I am hoping I will be getting a quilt maybe this week. But if it's not, that's okay. I'm hoping to be getting this top done before the 22nd, so I can get it to my long arm. And hopefully it won't take more than 4 weeks to get it back. I need to call I need to go see Miss Dee Dee or call her and find out what her time frame is right now. You know, if I was to bring a quilt in right now, what the time frame would be. Now, I already know what I want this one, the quilting to look like on this one. I already know, so that one would be real easy. But all I'd have to do is pick out my my backing for this quilt. Just pick out the backing and the binding. I know what I want my binding to look like, and I'm probably going to choose the same thing for my backing too. And it's a backing I have used before. I think it's a Cathy fabric. I'm not real sure, but I think it's Cathy, but it could be a Robert Kaufman also. I'm not real sure. It's a very modern fabric, so. But a lot of times, I've stated this in a previous video, I don't buy my backing until my top is completed, because it just kind of has to talk to me. It has to tell me what it wants. But I do need to get my quilt labels done. I think I'm going to embroider some quilt labels. Okay, well, this one is going to look kind of strange because these two pieces are kind of corkscrewed, and yeah. But as long as that center seam goes together, I don't care, because that way I know it'll match up real good. But I'm hoping my quilt will be done this weekend. But if it's not, like I said, it's not a big deal. That does not matter. But I do hope to have this one done by the 22nd, so I can drop it off. But this one will be done with a very light batting. I do not want a heavy batting in this. This is going to be a throw, not a bed cover, so it doesn't need to be heavy. And guys, don't forget, if you have any questions, leave them in. I have a post on my community page. You can email it to me. My email address is in my description, or you can leave it. I would rather it not be left at the bottom of a video that's not a Q&A video. And the reason I say that is because I will forget, and if it's all under when posting, I can easily go find the questions. I've had a few questions emailed to me already. I've had a few left on the community tab, you know, under my post. What I will have to do is just do a real short, maybe, video. I don't know. I actually, you know, have a few questions already and could probably do a Q&A with what I have. I will let you know that identifying personal information, I will not give exact details on things, but I will answer it, just not with specifics. I've received a few emailed questions like that, and I don't feel comfortable putting that information out on the internet, which I know anybody can find any information now on the internet. questions right now that I can kind of give you a guideline right now. Don't ask my grandbabies' names because I'm not going to tell my grandbabies' names. My children's names, I'll give you their first name, but not their last name. It is not the same last name as mine, just so you know. I don't discuss politics or religion in detail, so I don't discuss politics at all. So, I mean, that would be a waste. First off, because I don't keep up with it all. And I know that's kind of insane that I have a child in military and I don't keep up with it. That's why I don't keep up with it. Because there's only one way for me to keep my sanity with my child in the military, and that is to not know what's going on. I have a roundabout idea of what's going on. I do see things. But once I see it, that's it. I don't have to rewatch it 20, 30 times. I don't watch to see, oh, what happened today. I know it happened. And, yeah, no, I don't do that. I prefer happiness and upbeat. And sewing. That's what I prefer. I prefer to sew. And I will be trying to keep a check to make sure I'm not going over an hour here. I do have to press and cut, and I know for pressing I won't be bringing you guys along, but that will take some of my time down. I'm hoping out of an hour video, after editing and all, you'll probably have about a 25-30 minute video to sew along with me. My goal with this quilt right now, I know it's our Whip It Wednesday, but I hope to be constructing the quilt, because right now this is not constructing the quilt, this is constructing the squares that I'll be using. And I'm almost done sewing these half square triangles together. I think this is going to make, it's supposed to be making a 3-color, let me see what it's called. It's a quarter square triangle with 3 colored triangles and 1 background triangle. Well, I had a lot of the same colored fabric and didn't think that I need to be getting different colors for every step of this. And I'd already did my half square triangles, and yeah, so I have like this one isn't one, but I have some that have the same colored fabric for 2 of the squares. So what I'm going to do now is take this and just start cutting it along that centered line, which I don't have a center line. I'm just lining up corner to corner with my little ruler and just cutting them so I can press them. But guys, I'm so excited that I'm almost done with some of my quilts, that I can get them off of my table, because I want to be bringing you guys along for some new things, and I'm really excited about it. But y'all have to hang with me to see what those new things are. I have lots and lots of, well, they're not really new. I've got a whole shelf over here that's full of project bags, things that I've kind of said I want to do. And I am going to be, I did a comment, or I responded to someone about this. So I guess I just kind of need to put it out there. My my subscriptions that I get, I'm starting to reevaluate the ones I get. I do need to stop getting some of them because first off, I have subscription boxes stacked up over here behind me from the floor to this high. Subscription boxes that has projects in them that I have not gotten to. So there is no reason for me to continue to get all these subscription boxes and not complete these projects. And you only need so many wall hangers and table runners and things like that. Now, I will say some of the projects will end up in my subscriber giveaways. So, you know, you do have that to look forward to. Some notions that come in it will be going into my giveaways. Some of my shopping hauls that I do have some things that will go into my giveaways. And I need to go. I haven't been able to go do anything. This is my second week right now. Even though I'm supposed to be taking it easy, I do payroll where I work. And my relief was out sick as well with the same thing. We've all just passed it around in our office. But he was sick today as well. So they actually messaged me to find out if I was coming in today. And I had told my relief last week that I would come in. We have a new process to do payroll. And I had told him I would come in and help walk him through it. Now, granted, I'm not even supposed to be at work. And he was gone. So I went in and did all of payroll today. And I had to do some keying in of some inventory. Because I have to report our inventory every 2 weeks for certain things, and he wasn't there, so I actually saw him at the doctor's office. I left the doctor's office and went into the office to help do payroll, which I shouldn't have, but I did. And I'll be going back tomorrow to help finish the payroll, because our payroll process it takes 2 days to do it. You have an audit date, and then you have a final. And I completed my audit today. So, okay. I am going to press these out. And let me read my instructions because it's going to tell me how I need to press them. Okay. Oh, it says press seam open. I'm not doing that. I'm pressing to the dark side, so I'll be right back. Okay, I now have all of my pieces pressed out. So what I'm going to do is turn you down. I'm going to take my table off my sewing machine here and turn you down so you can see how I trim up my blocks. So stay with me and I'll have you turned down. Well, guys, I had turned you down and thought I was recording. I'm adding this in as I'm editing the video. I realized my camera must have cut off, and I don't understand how that did that, because I actually, when I record, can see in the screen of my camera that I can see it. So I don't know how my camera quit recording. Not sure how that happened. But what I did was I trimmed all of my blocks I'm going to show you the tool I use. I think it's from So Let's Quilt or something like that. It's a trim lock. These things are fabulous. You see those circles on it? That's actually grips. That helps this grip the fabric. And I was going away down on this, and I thought I had you guys along with me, but apparently I didn't. I will bring you along for another step that uses that, so you can see what I do and how I do it. So guys, if you like this type of video, give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. It does help my channel grow. And leave a comment. Tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, have a very blessed day. Goodbye.